Today's question is, I filed for divorce because my husband does not want my 8-year-old son to join the family. I keep getting told I should not have done this. Was I wrong to file for a divorce under these circumstances? Well, unless before you married your now husband, you and he agreed that he would adopt your son, I assume that is what you mean by join the family, and that he would do so after he married you, then yes, you are wrong. Put yourself in his shoes. Assume that you and he are of different religions, but neither of you were practicing at the time you married. And then what if after you had married your husband, he came to you and told you that unless you converted to his religion or unless you started attending church with him, he would divorce you? What if for some reason you did not want your husband to adopt your son, but after you married, your husband came to you and said, your son wants me to adopt him and I want to adopt him, so if you don't agree to me adopting your son, I'll divorce you? Do you see the principle at work here? You tried to impose upon him new and unnecessary conditions for staying married to you. He did nothing wrong in choosing not to adopt your son. That was never part of the deal when you and he agreed to marry. And maybe you honestly and to the core of your soul thought something along the lines of, well, surely my husband would be thrilled to adopt my son, or our family would be that much stronger and happier if my husband adopted my son, or there is no good reason my husband could possibly have for not wanting to adopt my son. Even then, do you see that a choice like that is not up to you? Spouses of those with children from previous marriages or relationships are not obligated to adopt their stepchildren. In some cases, they couldn't even if they wanted to. So to file for divorce based upon your husband choosing not to do that which he is not obligated to do is unfair to him. If you had wanted him to adopt your son, you should have told him that before you married him. If you were afraid to ask your then fiancé to adopt your son after you and he married because you were not sure whether you wanted that at the time or whether he would agree to it, then that is a problem of your creation, not his. If you feel you were wrong and don't want to divorce your husband now, it's worth swallowing your pride and going back to him and making it clear to him that you didn't see it at the time, that you made a mistake, and now you understand it was unfair of you to try to force him to adopt your son under threat of divorce. That adopting your son was never part of the terms of your marriage, and you get that, and that you ask his forgiveness, that as much as you would like him to adopt your son, you know he is not obligated to do that, and it is not a deal breaker to you, that you truly hold no grudges, that you will never bring it up again unless he wants to talk about it, and that you honestly remain happy to be his spouse without him adopting your son.